Somewhere in the chronicles of the 13th century Mongol Empire, buried beneath the names of Khans and conquerors, is the name of a woman so dangerous that her enemies destroyed her family after her death, just to make sure her story disappeared. Her name was Khutulun. She was the daughter of the most powerful rebel in the Mongol world, a warrior who rode into battle and seized enemy commanders off their horses with her bare hands, a wrestler who remained undefeated against every prince, general, and nobleman who tried to claim her as a wife. Marco Polo wrote about her. Persian chroniclers recorded her military campaigns. And yet, for 700 years, her name was almost completely erased from the pages of history, twisted into an opera villain, reduced to a footnote, buried under propaganda spread by men who feared what she represented. To understand why she was erased, you first have to understand what she was capable of. And what she was capable of terrified an empire. Khutulun was born around 1260 in the vast grasslands of Central Asia, in the territory her father Kaidu Khan controlled between the Tian Shan Mountains and the Aral Sea, a region that today covers parts of modern Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and western China. She was one of approximately 14 children born to Kaidu Khan and his principal wife, growing up in a household defined entirely by warfare, political strategy, and the relentless pursuit of power. Her exact birth date is not recorded in any surviving chronicle, a fact that speaks volumes about how the world she was born into viewed daughters, even daughters of the most powerful warlords in Central Asia. But what the chronicles do record, in remarkable detail, is what she became. And to understand what Kutulun became, you first have to understand the world that made her. The Mongol Empire that Kutulun was born into was not the unified, unstoppable war machine that Genghis Khan had built half a century earlier. By 1260, the greatest land empire in human history was fracturing along lines of succession, ideology, and personal ambition. When Genghis Khan died in 1227, he left behind an empire stretching from the Pacific Ocean to the Caspian Sea, a territory so vast that it dwarfed every empire that had come before it. He divided this empire among his 4 sons, Jochi, Chagatai, Argadai, and Tolui, creating 4 major khanates that were supposed to cooperate under a single great Khan elected by the Mongol nobility. For a generation, this system held together, more or less. But by 1260, everything had changed. The decisive break came when Kublai Khan, grandson of Genghis Khan, through his son Tolui, seized the title of Great Khan without holding the traditional Kurultai, the great assembly of Mongol nobles that was supposed to elect the supreme ruler. Kublai was brilliant, ambitious, and deeply influenced by Chinese culture, having spent much of his life governing northern China. He understood that ruling the vast Chinese territories required a different kind of governance, sedentary, bureaucratic, sophisticated. But to traditional Mongol leaders, this Chinese influence was a betrayal. The Mongol identity was built on the steppe, on horses and mobility, and the absolute supremacy of the warrior over the farmer. Kublai was building cities, adopting Chinese administrative systems, and surrounding himself with Confucian advisors. To men like Kaidu Khan, this was not just political deviation, it was cultural treason. Kaidu Khan was Kutulun's father, and understanding him is essential to understanding her. He was the grandson of Argadai Khan, the 3rd son of Genghis Khan, who had briefly served as Great Khan after his father's death. Kaidu believed passionately that the line of Argadai had been illegally displaced, that Kublai's seizure of the Great Khanship was unconstitutional, that the Chagatai Khanate in Central Asia was being dominated and manipulated, and that the original Mongol values of steppe warfare and nomadic independence were being sacrificed for Chinese luxury and bureaucratic complacency.